know it's been a while, but welcome back. It has been. It's been far too long. And we apologize. But we're back. We're going to do a little bit of a new video series, depending on as to how it actually turns out. As you can see, we are not really out of town so much. We're on the outskirts of town. We're out far enough. We've got berms behind us. There's a target right there. I bet you guys can't guess what we're gonna do. We'll just tell them. So the new video series idea that I had was 22s on 22. Where in this series we're going to feature a new 22 caliber firearm on the 22nd of the month. So you guys will have something to look forward to. And since this is the first video of it, we're just gonna go ahead and we'll just go ahead. We're gonna do two vehicles. We're gonna do two firearms, two 22s, to be posted on the 22nd, which is in 2 days, which means I have time to procrastinate. You want to do yours first?
No.
Wiener. So, what I brought up today is an early Remington 550-1. It is a semi-automatic, tube-fed 22. This one takes 22 shorts, longs, and long rifles. There isn't a way to lock the bolt open. It's an older model. But it is clear. And Trent, what do you got?
I have a good old Marlin Glenfield Mod 60 22L RM with the low scope.
Is that on the camera?
I don't know. It's right here. Yeah, nice little.
So it's a Marlin Model 60, which was Marlin's answer to the Ruger 1022. Well, no, I think it was actually out before the 22. I kind of looked at the history up on that, and there was a lot of these rifles made. May I?
Yes.
If you're not going to show it off for the camera, I'll show it off for the camera. This one in particular, you can see there in the grip region, it's got that squirrel in there and down the forearm. It's got some really pretty woodwork. And it's got this dinky little air rifle scope. But hey, you know what? It's not terrible. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to try and see down the scope through the viewfinder in the sun. It's really sunny out here. So anyway, we're just going to showcase them. We're going to take a few shots. We've got a paper target set up down there. There is a small metal spinner set up down there. I'll have to get on the other side of the camera so I can actually see the viewfinder. But Trent, you want to start it off? Or you want me to start it off?
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
I want to see how you do it.
So these are both going to work and run and function pretty much the same. So they're tube fed, and since they're tube fed, this is your push rod. Always check and make sure that your action is empty and clear, because your hand is going to be in front of the muzzle. So pull the guide rod out. I'm going to cheat. I've actually got a speed loader. I've never used one of these. Hey, look, there they are. So it's not come out of there? Ha-ha! They do. That's awesome. That works. So anyway, or if you're feeding them in there individually, that last one lets you know that you're full. Grab your push rod. Give it that quarter turn in there, lock it back in. You should be good to go. Alright, a little bit of backstory. I did pick this rifle up used from a local gun shop, locked and loaded. So if you guys are in the central Illinois area, I definitely recommend you hit them up. Or if you're not in the immediate area, check them out online. Everybody out of state can buy anything and everything that they want. Of course, local Illinoisans are subject to nonsense. Alright, so I'm going to set this down real quick, throw in some mirrors, and we'll zoom in on them targets, start blanking. I'm out. So apparently I am going to have to put it on paper and see where these sights are actually hitting. That was actually my first few shots with this rifle. And I have no idea what ammo was in that speed loader or how old it is. So we'll probably grab some arms core from the house. We'll throw some fresh ammo in it, see what it does. What are you going to shoot at first?
Probably the
Spinners?
Yeah.
Okay. Jam?
Mm-hmm. Got one in there sideways.
Okay, we had a slight malfunction with Trent's. It was a failure to eject and then a double feed on top of it. Not really quite sure how it happened, but it happened. That ammo that he had was older ammo, so we're going to put some fresh ammo in it and run her again, see if that makes a difference. Jeez Louise, talk about loaded on Sunday and you're still shooting on Saturday.
I'm all over the place too, because I cannot hold still.
Yeah, probably should have brought the old bog death grip. Ooh, zoomed way in on my face. Okay, well, I think for the first one that wasn't so bad.
No, it seems to be firing those that ammo a little bit better.
Yep, I threw some fresh in mine. I'm going to take and shoot it at some paper real quick, and we're going to see where it's at. Wrong way! I'm actually kind of glad that happened. It's just it's a good lesson, something to remember. You ever pull that trigger and you know you've got a live chamber and you just get a click. Wait a few seconds before you open that chamber up in case you get a hang fire. It is pretty common with 22s. You can see it's got a super light primer strike. Yeah, right there at the top of that round. I had two of them. It's the same way, right there at the bottom of the T. So let's run down here and take a look at our paper and see how we did. We'll be right back. Okay, so I went down and looked, and all of mine were a little bit high. And with these old style sights, it's got this little blade right here that moves your sight, your rear sight up and down. I don't remember exactly which direction you move it if you're shooting one way or the other. So I moved the ramp back, so it should raise the rear sight a little bit. I'm going to take a few more shots and see where it's hitting now. Okay, Trent's going to take a knee. See how he does like that. He's a little wobbly. So it turns out I was looking at the wrong spot through the viewfinder, because if you look in the viewfinder, it is the left as I'm looking at it. It's the side that's been shot there. I'll try and do this without giving you guys a seizure. Get out of here, stupid bug. As you can see, I've got several there in the center. So now we're going to take and see if we can't make a small adjustment on Trent's scope right now, and because he's hitting about 1.5 inches, 2 inches low, so we're going to get a few clicks in there. You know what? I never even looked to see how far we're actually shooting. Yeah, we're at like 20 yards.
Why don't you try this?
Okay.
Put a couple rounds out of this and see if it, since you're holding steady and I ain't.
Okay, well, in that case then we will go to the right side there.
Don't have anything in it.
You know what? All mine are a little low too.
Are they?
Yep.
So it doesn't move that.
Yep, they're all about 1.5 inches low. Oh, it is still recording. Ah, you can see his last group there is way better than the first one. Yep. That looks a lot better.
Yeah.
Still a little shaky side to side, but
Well, that's me.
yeah, wanna go look at it? We're gonna go look at it. Okay, as you guys can see, that last group that he shot was way better. I mean, it's still a smidgen low, but let's wait. I mean, unless if you're gonna hunt with the cheapest of the cheap of the cheap ammo, we'll wait and we'll get some CCIs or whatever else you want to shoot, or some, new Federals.
Yeah.
And then we'll get her dialed in a little tighter. Because, I mean, this Arms Core ammo, I mean, it's not bad by any means, but it's not It is not what I would prefer as far as an accurate ammo. It's plinking ammo. Well, oh, we got this. Forgot all about our little reactive flippy aroundy target. I had another one of these, but I couldn't find it. We just gotta try the nut. Past this grass right here, it's swamp water. You guys ever heard the phrase just standing around shooting the crap? That's what we're doing here. All this back here, our berm is cow manure. Yeah. It's kind of a crappy situation, but anyway, we're gonna just start plinking.
Shoot at the same time?
I didn't move at all. I can see the hole. Yours did. Okay, that's probably going someplace we don't want it to go.
I don't want to move it.
Yeah, we definitely should have started that the other direction.
I got some left, but it's on.
Alright, let's go retrieve that before it gets into the gross stuff. Okay, dump more ammo out of that speed loader. Let's try it out. These look like Winchester Super X's. Yeah, those Winchesters definitely got a little bit more punch to them. It's not very often you can feel recoil out of a 22, but there's definitely a difference between those Winchesters that just dumped in there and the arms core. Can we see all the things in there now? I don't really know. Mm-hmm. Well, that was fun. One thing I ain't done yet, and one thing that's fun to do with anything, but especially semi-auto 22s, because the ammo typically is much cheaper, is just crack them loose and let them... You want a mag dump one? I'm going to.
Sure. Where are you shooting at?
Paper. Yeah.
Mine didn't mag dump. Mine.
That was recording. Okay, so Trent's rifle's being a little bit ammo picky, which is fine. And just, unfortunately, all I brought out here was this arms core. This stuff. I mean, it's not like brand new fresh. I've had it for a little while, but I paid like $21 or $22 for a brick of it, so I made it like $2 a box, which is pretty cheap as far as 22s go. But I just noticed on the inside of the box, I got a little target in there. Isn't that fun? Anyway, this battery's about to die, so we're going to shut the camera off, do a little bit more planking, then we'll turn it back on to do the outro. Well, We went through, what, about 4 or 5 boxes of shells?
Yep, at least.
Went through quite a few. They ran, well, outside of Trent's being a lot newer and liking a little bit hotter ammo, I had some of those Winchesters. I got a speed loader, and it cycled those flawlessly, so I think it just likes a little bit of a hotter shell. This old girl surprised the fire out of me. I've got some CCI Quiets. They're kind of an in-between. If you guys don't know, they're kind of an in-between between a regular 22 shell and a CB cap, which the CB caps just fire off the primer. Your regular shells have a full charge. The CCI Quiets have just a little bit of powder to them, so they're quiet, and that's what I run in my squirrel guns. And I've always only ran them through a bolt action because semi-autos typically don't cycle them. But this little girl cycled them flawlessly. Trent had a few CB shorts. It cycled them. Surprised the fire out of me. But outside of that, I think we got a little bit more dialing in with his once we get some hotter ammo. I'll get you some CCI mini mags or some stingers or something. Something a little hotter than that arms core. But outside of that, we ran some targets, we burnt some powder. We got to go home and clean them now. Because you should always clean a 22 because the ammo is dirty. Always clean your 22s. Well, always clean everything. Don't be lazy. Yeah, so as long as, I don't know, 22 on 22, as long as we get 22 views in the next 22 days, yeah, big goals there. As long as this gains enough traction, we'll be back next month with another one. Otherwise, we'll be back in a couple of weeks to start doing some scouting for deer season and squirrels. So one way or the other, you're going to see another 22 video coming up here before long. Until then, get after it, keep after it.